What's up guys, Scrubs here. Oh wait, wrong channel. How's it going everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got a story for you and it's quite an entertaining one if I do say myself. So this story is about a kid who got expelled from his school and for all the things he could have been expelled for, he was expelled for Minecraft. Yeah, no, you heard me right. You don't have to double check your ear pods or your headphones or your actual ears attached to your head. You heard me right, man. This guy was expelled from Minecraft. Oh my god, my voice. And if you don't want to get expelled from your school, make sure to go down and subscribe to the channel with notifications on. If you don't turn on the notifications, you won't ever see my story time or commentary videos. So yeah, with that being said, let's just jump right into it. So I have a friend Jake, and when Jake was in 7th grade, he had a final presentation for his class, and I forgot exactly what class this was. It was either like English or maybe it was like social studies or something. I don't know, man, but it was something where it wasn't super mathy and it was more like you had to show off some kind of like ability to like present and like talk about a topic and have good writing. So it was one of those classes, right? And this was the final project for Jake's year, so it was a really big deal. And okay, it was 7th grade, so it wasn't like the biggest thing ever, but at the end of the day, man, like it was the final project. It was as big a deal as it was going to get. So basically what happened, right, was you were able to kind of choose whatever topic you wanted within some kind of boundaries because, you know, you couldn't really choose any topic. The teacher basically said that it had to be, you know, it had to be educational. It had to be a topic about history, right? Okay, so this was a history class. I'm remembering the story as I'm telling it, so if I have to repeat myself a little bit and change some details, my bad about that. Jake told me this like a little while ago, but I'm trying to tell it now, right? So this was a history class, and in this history class, you had to like they covered a wide range of things. It wasn't like a specific history class like European history or American history. It was kind of like I would say similar to like a big history class where it went over like a lot of topics. So basically, the teacher was like, choose a topic from history, right? Choose a topic from history and talk about it and just have a presentation about it, and yeah, that's basically it. The problem was the teacher decided to not vet the topics people were choosing, which probably isn't a great idea, especially since, you couldn't do anything, but it was also choose your own topic. So, to be fair, the teacher kind of played himself a little bit, but also once you hear exactly what the presentation of Jake's classmate was, it's not 100% the teacher's fault at some point, man. Like, you'll know what I mean in a sec. Right, so Jake had a classmate, and Jake's classmate's name, let's just call him Ben. So Jake's classmate's name's Ben, right? So Ben was in his class, and Ben was a big fan of Minecraft, as everyone is, right? Minecraft, it's a good game. I have some good times on that app, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, if you look in the gameplay in the background, it's Minecraft, right? It's one of the few games I actually do play, and it is the average gameplay you get in the background of my videos, right? So Jake's friend Ben was a big fan of Minecraft at the time, and Ben was always okay at school in the class. Like, he would go to class. I mean, this is 8th grade, man. You kind of have to show up for 8th grade, right? You don't really stop not going to class, maybe in high school, a little bit in college, but 8th grade, right? He shows up for class, and he always participates to an extent, but he really wasn't paying that close attention. Because at this time, Jake's classmate Ben was really he was playing a lot of Minecraft, and he was really focused on that. Every single day, he'd go back home, play it with his friends. I don't know exactly what was out at this time, because Jake's my age now, so 8th grade was a little while ago, so I don't think like Bed Wars or a lot of those like fun Hypixel games were like really as popular. It might have been like Sky Wars or some kind of factions or something, but he would always go home and he'd always go play with his friends, right? So Jake was trying to figure out what topic he was going to do. Jake was a big fan of like, World War II and those history, kind of like the history around that. He always found it like really interesting. So he is probably going to do one of those topics and probably find a specific event, try and figure that out. But also Jake was kind of curious to see what other people were doing because he wasn't sure if people were doing very broad events or very specific ones. For example, Jake was either going to do a presentation on World War II or he was going to do a presentation on, I don't know, like the Battle of like D-Day, right? So he wasn't sure how specific he was supposed to be. So Jake decided to go up to his friend Ben. Jake and Ben weren't like super close, but he didn't have a lot of kids in his class, so he was kind of friendly with everyone. And he went up to Ben and kind of asked him, what he was doing to get a sense of like how specific of an event he was going to do so he could kind of tailor it to his own project. So Jake goes up to Ben and he's like, okay, hey Ben, like, what's up? Like, what are you going to do for your project? I'm just kind of asking around. I kind of wanted to see, like, how long the topic, or how big, or how wide, or how broad, I should say, the topics are. And then Ben replies to Jake with, I'm going to do Minecraft. And Jake kind of just gave him this look, like, initially, right? Jake was kind of thinking that he was just, he was joking around. He was having a few goofs, right? Because, Ben was like, Ben had a sense of humor. Like, he wasn't, like, super dry. Like, not everything was, like, super technical and everything I said is a fact, right? He's been sarcastic before. He's had jokes. He's like everyone else. So Ben kind of looked at him and began to crack a smile. But then Ben looked at... Or, I mean, Jake. Jake and Ben are not their real names because I'm not going to use real names, so my bad for switching them up. But Jake is looking at Ben, and Jake's starting to crack a smile, right? Because he's like, okay, no shot, this is real. But as he looks at Ben's face, he can just tell that, like, when someone's joking, they have a little bit of a smile. You can see it in their eyes, man. Like, you can see it with their body language. Jake could tell that Ben was not joking, that Ben was being 100% serious. And he's like, are you sure? Like, he's like, are you actually doing that? Like, does that fulfill the requirements? And Ben replies to Jake, yeah, there was a really historic moment in my Minecraft battles with my friends a couple days ago. The teacher didn't really specify that it had to be a historical moment from, like, recent times. So history's history, man. And Jake was just like, dude, not to disrupt the flow of this video, but if you made it this far into the video, comment door down below, like the thing you enter a room with, like a door, DOOR. I just like to see how many people made it this far into the video, and if you want to farm some hearts on the channel, I basically heart as many as I can, so if you want to get that little top commenter badge, go ahead and comment door. Anyways, let's get right back into it. Anyways, so Jake left that conversation thinking to himself, okay, Ben is 100% screwed at this point, because Jake had ended up asking other people what they were doing, and everyone else had super serious topics. It turns out that people were doing it, like, it was a mix. Some people were doing really specific, some people were doing it really broad. So Ben decided to just do, Jake decided to do just D-Day, like a very specific event in World War II, as he thought it would be easier to do, and, more interesting for him to learn a little bit more about a specific event instead of, like, general history about a large event. So, but the problem was everyone else was doing super serious stuff, and when I mean serious, I just mean, like, actual historical events, not, you killed my Minecraft dog, and now I'm gonna burn down your house type history. Like, they were doing, like, I don't know, French Revolution type history, man. Anyways, so the day of the final presentation, it's the final day, right? So they've been working on this for about a week, or it's like a week and a half or something. They got a decent amount of time to do this. So everyone, people are coming up. They either have a poster, some people have, like, slideshow presentations, some people have little PowerPoint stuff, some people did, like, crafts or whatever. There are also some people that didn't have a lot of visual aids but had pretty good, like, presentations. And, the teacher was pretty happy with how it was going. You could see he was in a good mood. Like, he was impressed. Everything was going great. Even my friend Jake went up there, and he was doing great, man. Like, he had a good presentation. And then it was Ben's turn. And Ben tells the teacher, hey, I got a presentation, but it's a lot of visual, and I need to plug into the projector. And basically, or not the projector, but screen share. So, like, he basically screen shared his computer to something that was projecting on the board. It might have been a projector. But basically, he was able to mirror his computer to the board. And he turns on a presentation. And my friend was just like, oh, no, Ben. Because he kind of thought that Ben wasn't actually going to go through with it. You know what I mean? But when he turns on the presentation, everyone sees Minecraft. So basically Ben is like, okay, so today I'm going to tell you the history of the greatest battle of all times on my Minecraft faction server. And the teacher's face, bro, my friend was telling me that the teacher's face dropped. So then Ben clicks a video, and it's like one of those, like, montage videos with, like, the music in the background. And so there's, like, music in the background. He's, like, PvPing some guy. And it's like, Ben's just looking around, looking all proud. And basically, what happens is the teacher gets so mad at him that he tells him to stop the presentation immediately. Like, the video was like 2 minutes long, and he was like 45 seconds into it. And he was like, Ben, I need you to stop this present. He turned this off right now. And Ben's face was a little bit shocked. I really think he believed that he was going to be totally fine going into this. And look, man, there's nothing wrong with Minecraft. There's nothing wrong with, like, really liking your craft, right? That you're having a good time. Like, look, I love Fit MC, and he makes videos about the history of a Minecraft server, 2B2T. That stuff is cool, bro, like 100%. But it's just like not the right place, not the right time, if you know what I mean. But basically what happened was the teacher sent him to the principal's office, and he actually got sent home for the day. So basically, the principal and the teacher worked together on this kind of punishment slash solution where Ben would have to stay home for basically 1 or 2 more days and finish and make a real project, what they said. So instead of getting a week and a half, he had to make one in 1 to 2 days. And the thing that kind of was unfortunate for Ben was that, like, there was a week left of school, but it was kind of just like fun activities because, like, they were kind of done with the work, at least in that class. But, you know, the teacher and the principal came together and they were like, this makes the most sense. I think in the beginning I might have said expelled. I meant suspended. Kind of not the same thing, but it was the same thing in my head. But yeah, guys, if you have a presentation and you're not supposed to do Minecraft, don't do Minecraft, man. I love the game too. It's just not worth it. Thank you guys so much for watching today's story. If you enjoyed it and want to help out the channel, literally just watch another video. It really helps the channel. You might be seeing videos on screen right now, and if you don't see the videos on screen, you can always click on the channel, but there's also a story time specific playlist if you want to watch stories on my channel, and if you can't see it on screen, the story playlist is linked in the description. It says story times. So yeah, click on that, and yeah, thanks guys so much. See you in the next one. Peace.